All right, so we want to welcome you to Sherry Shepherd's launch. And Sherry, you take it away.
Thank you guys so much for coming and joining us today. And we're going to have Selena to take it away.
All right, guys. So we are here to talk about a phenomenal opportunity that Sherry is so excited about. Sherry,
It, uh,
somebody is not muted. We're going to ask you all to mute, and that'll be a big help if we can mute. So Sherry is not only excited, but um, she's excited. And I'm sorry, the mutes are in her. There we go. Sherry is a registered nurse by profession, 38 years as a nurse. I don't know about you, but I trust her medical opinion as someone who's been personally trained in that sphere, in that scope. So it's more than taking temperatures, I would think. Yeah, she's nodding her head. Yeah. So it's more than that. She was actually employed for 12 years at the doctorate level based on her experience alone. And she spent 6 years managing a staff of 145 people. Since then, man, she has lived an amazing life, a life full of opportunities, but she was open, even with that profession, open to something else in the health arena. So, what we're going to talk about today is a company in the wellness space called Tranont. That's spelled Tranont. Tranont is a French word that stands for change life. That is so amazing because their goal as a company is to change 1 billion lives. I think 1 million in the first 30 years. I'm always overreaching. So, a million lives in the first 30 years. So, maybe 1 billion is actually what they'll do. So, with that, I'm going to talk to you about our core line of products and where we're seeing the most impact with not only those who are working within the Trinot space, but with everyday people like you and me. Why is Sherry excited about this opportunity? Why did she invite you to look at this? Why is she sending you this video? So, a little over a year ago, we launched a product in the wellness space. The company's 12 years old. They started as a wealth management company, moved into wellness. It doesn't matter how much money you have if your health is bad. And if your health isn't a priority, you could be one of the Rockefellers. You will still end up in a grave. That's where we all end up at some point. So, health is the new wealth. As we're living longer, we're understanding the value of our health. And that when that's gone, guys, there's nothing else that we can do. So let's maintain it while we're here. Let's move and strive and work for better health for us and the generations after us, for us and the people that we love. So this was brought to me, my story, by our oldest daughter. I almost said youngest. It wasn't the youngest, it was the oldest. She just turned 30. But last year, after a stay in the hospital, I was in what they call a metabolic crisis. So, your metabolic markers, for those of you that don't know, there's five of them. It's going to be your blood sugar, your blood pressure, triglycerides, cholesterol, and your waist circumference. How far around, how wide around you are at the waist. If those things are out of whack, one of them affects the other affects the other. It's like a ping pong game going around. But if that's out of whack, guys, you end up where I was, which was in the ER and admitted to the hospital for about 6 days. So, following that stay, my daughter was introduced to these products and brought them home and said, Mom, I think you should try this. So, I'm going to share with you the top five products for Trinot. The top five. The number one product for Tranont is a product called Activate. This literally on the package says appetite control and metabolic support. So I specifically was dealing with elevated glucose. My sugar was high. I did not know that I was type 2 diabetic. I knew I had been close on the border, somewhere around there. Didn't know I'd fully crossed over. I have fully crossed over. And that led to me being hospitalized. This right here activates your own GLP-1. So you're familiar with GLP-1s. They call them the skinny shots that the celebrities are using. And that's why people that are actually diabetic can't get their hands on them because they're selling out everywhere. And it's $1,300, $1,600, guys. This is what people are paying. This is a plant-based GLP-1. There are no side effects. There's nothing synthetic in this. And it does what the skinny shots claim to do. So the skinny shots, people are losing weight, but guess what else? They're losing muscle. And they're not regaining that muscle back. But this activates your own GLP-1. It tells your body you're fuller, faster, and you stay full longer. And it also activates your AMPK, which is a fat burning enzyme. It already exists in your body. It just slows down as we get older, hence our slower metabolism, all that stuff that happens with age. And we say, oh, I can run a marathon or exercise to increase my metabolism. You can, but it doesn't stay. Why? Because your GLP-1 hormone gets dormant. It slows down with age. And unless you're running on a treadmill 24 hours a day, you're not doing what you would need to do for that to stay active. Why? Because we get older. That AMPK enzyme, it already exists in your intestines. And that's going to signal your body. It's going to build lean muscle and tell your body to burn fat. So you're burning fat and you're building lean muscle. Burning fat, building muscle. Burning fat, building muscle. Literally, this is how I managed to lose 30 pounds. Me and myself, 30 pounds in a 9-month period. And guys, I don't exercise. True story. I've started walking again because I can, but I don't routinely exercise. But I've lost 30 pounds and built muscle. And I don't rely on the scale. Why? Because muscle weighs more than fat. It's also helped burn up that jiggly fat. That's what I call it, around the middle, around my stomach. Now, I've had a few kids. I turned 52 yesterday, so there's still some of that jiggly fat, but it's not nearly what it was. So my waistline is down. I've lost 30 pounds, and I use this to help support a healthy glucose level in my blood. My blood work tells the story. This stuff works. This and this product combined, this is Transform. And Transform on the bottle says sugar transforming enzymes. Why? Because they transform or change. Think about the Transformers. They were robots that could transform into cars. Well, this, believe it or not, guys, this miracle thing, it took 10 years for this to be developed. By the time Tranont acquired this product, it had been 10 years in development. It literally turns the sugar, it catches it from the carbs and the sugar. Everything has sugar. Try eating and keeping your blood sugar managed when everything has sugar. And we think we're counting and keeping track of it, and we don't know what just caused our blood sugar to spike. Why? Because it didn't say it had sugar in it. Everything has sugar. You know what we're deficient in? Fiber. So imagine something that could transform sugar into fiber in your blood system. In your blood system. So literally, that sugar is in your blood. It's absorbed through the lining of your stomach after you eat. It's being digested. It gets absorbed, but it literally transforms. It changes. Think Transformers. I don't know what's happening with the light, but think change, transform. It changes that the sugar and the carbs and the protein in the food that you eat, it changes that into dietary fiber. It converts it like 65 to 70% of it, guys. These two together are called the DHS, the Daily Health System. When I tell you I have not missed a day since July 12th of last year, which is when I started using these products. And they are the reason my blood work looks as good as it does and why my endocrinologist removed all the stuff. And I was on a lot. I was on 3 daytime insulin shots. I was on a nighttime. So I'll give you the names. The nighttime one was Lantus. The daytime one was Humalog, however you say it. So I was on Humalog 3 times a day, and I was on Lantus at night before I went to bed, a long lasting, and I was on the skinny shot without naming it. I was on the O one once a week. That's a lot. But Sherry will agree if I was using all that, I must have been in bad shape. To have me on all of that, I was. And guys, this is all the only thing I've changed, the only thing I've implemented since then. So we have these two, which is our daily health system. And I'm sorry, my backgrounds are what it is. I have tried to remove this background. Sherry, it's a brain thing. I think it won't let me. I tried like 30 times. So I picked one that I liked. Since I can click none and it's still there, I picked one that I liked. So I have to deal with that. So along with these two is a product called Enrich. I'm going to demonstrate Enrich for you. 85% of Americans say that they have digestive, gastrointestinal issues. They're simply not emptying. Food is not digesting properly. You get gassy, you get bloated after you eat certain foods. All of a sudden, you have food allergies that you never had before. We can't eat gluten. We can't eat bread. There's so many things we can't eat. Why? Because our bodies can't digest it. Guys, if you don't have a diverse enzyme profile in your gut, you cannot digest the food that you're eating. So you're wasting money on groceries. You can't digest the supplements that you're taking. Vitamins are expensive. You're wasting money thinking you're doing something for your body. You can't break down any of that stuff if you don't have a diverse digestive enzyme complex in your body. Well, here in Enrich, this is digestive enzymes with stabilized probiotics. You've got 11 strains of digestive enzymes in these capsules. They get in your body. They do what your body cannot do on its own. And they help your body process the food and the supplements you're taking for better absorption into your bloodstream so that the stuff that you're doing to feel better, you actually feel the impact of it. I know my niece has amazing results with this. She's in high school. She will not let her mother go without making sure that she has this. She struggled with digestive issues since she was a baby. She will not run out of Enrich. If she does, she's complaining about bloating and pain and not being able to properly digest her food. So we have that. All of our products are plant-based. I'm going to say that again. And the day and the green space that we live in, all of these products are plant-based except two. And the two that are not are the ones I'm holding right now, and they are our collagen. Glow M is derived from marine collagen, hence the M. This is derived from the little stuff, the little fishy in the sea. Marine life. Glow M. Glow type 1 is bovine. So it's a beef collagen. And Glow M, again, is a marine collagen. So Glow type 1 is going to be your go-to if you're dealing with things like arthritis, joint pain, bodily pain, knee pain. Oh my goodness. Glow 1 is going to be your go-to. Did you know that by the time you hit 25, your body starts to decrease the amount of collagen that you have? And by the time you're 30 to 35, you've lost over half the collagen in your body. Guess what, guys? Our bodies don't replenish collagen. You have to take it. You have to have a collagen supplement to replenish. Collagen is the scaffolding of your body. It's what holds it all together. Your joints, without collagen, they don't function. They're not just creaking, they're snapping, cracking, and popping. That's what they're doing. When you get up, it's snap, crackle, and pop when you move. Why? You're deficient in collagen. So this is going to help with all that stuff that we need just for living. Well, then we came out with Glow M, which is marine tripeptide collagen with hyaluronic acid, biotin, and superfoods. This, guys, is the hair. It's the reason. My hair is cut probably 2 inches every few months, an inch and a half to 2 inches every few months, and it keeps coming back. It's the reason why I was dealing with premature thinning, After a medical protocol I was on, my hair came out, and I hated to say it this way, but I didn't know how else to say it. It came out like I was going through chemotherapy, like how you've seen chemo patients lose their hair. I was pulling out handfuls of my hair, and my ponytail that I would put in my hair was like this big around. It was that thick in a ponytail. That was my hair. Now I can't even get it all in a ponytail. I have to use multiple ponytails to try to bring one together because the thickness and restoration. My sisters will tell you I was a nail biter as a child. I bit my nails to where there was just negative nothing. I am so excited that since I've started using this, my nails don't just grow, but they're thick and they're healthy. And when I go get them done, I'm just getting something over my nails for beauty, for style, because my nails grow beautifully. That is that tripeptide collagen. So I'm hearing the song "They Not Like Us." I don't know if you guys know that. Everybody knows it, I think, everywhere. But whatever other companies you've heard from, whatever products you've been using, I have been the health and wellness girl most of my adult life. I spent tons of money on products. Guys, everything I used, it was like it did something, but it was a waste up till now. Why? Because they not like us. Tranont is the premier award-winning company in the wellness space. And the products that they are offering, that they make available to us, there is nothing like this stuff on the market. You can't find it. So I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about the first product that I tried, and it's Zest. My daughter sat across the table from me. She put this in a water bottle. It's a little packet. We're familiar with these because we can order them. I had ordered energy packets on Amazon. I have a cup upstairs, all kind of little packets in it, water flavor packets, all kind of stuff. We're familiar with these. These are convenient. You can throw it in your purse, in your work bag, keep a stash. So if you forget, you got an extra. But I put this, my daughter put this in water and gave it to me. Not only was I dealing with a metabolic crisis when I went in the hospital, I was diagnosed with MS 5 years ago, almost 6. The brain fog that goes with that, the mental challenges that I experienced because of that, the decline in my astuteness, my clarity, I can't even explain. And it's like almost embarrassing for me to say there are areas I need help in because there's stuff I've been able to do my whole life without thinking. Now I cannot think, and that's dangerous for all of us because somebody could get hurt if I'm not thinking. She mixed this up for me and put it in water. This is 7 hours of time released energy. I was drinking 2 to 3 Red Bulls a day, trying to keep things clear and have the mental. I know, Sherry, don't judge me. This is a judgment-free zone. I'm telling you guys the truth. That's what I was doing because I wasn't functioning. And I have a job and I needed to be able to do something. And mentally, I could not get it together. And I was trying. And I thought that little burst of energy would help me, but it lasted like that. It was gone. And I had to drink another one. She gave me this, and tears began to fall down my face because the song started playing. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Except I was thinking, I can see clearly now the fog is gone. That fog started lifting, guys. This is my go-to. Like my house will not be found without this. If it's without it, there's some showing up that day. This is a game changer for everyone. What's in this? It's not just 6.5 to 7 hours of time released energy, but you have a nootropic. It's not just B vitamins. That's not just what it is to give you energy. This literally helps your brain. It helps you focus. It's been proven effective for even children that deal with ADHD. Those that have difficulty focusing. This clears the pathway for those neurons in your brain that need to fire off stuff and information and respond mentally. You got that in this little packet. But guess what? Maybe you don't drink energy drinks, but maybe you drink coffee. You're a coffee drinker. Not 15 minutes of energy or mental clarity. You don't have crashes and lows with this. It comes in zest and a wonderful flavor, but it also comes in a product called Mojo. And Mojo is the same time released energy. The exact same. My sister like uses the tag Mojo Mama. She literally could live on Mojo, I think. I don't know if that's good or not, but she could live on it. So Mojo, her house is not without it. Zest and Mojo are the same product. They're different delivery methods. So the coffee comes in Brazilian and it comes in rich chocolate. I'm the hot chocolate drinker. I drink the rich chocolate Mojo in the morning, but it gives me that lift in the morning. And if that 6.5 hour, 7 hour mark hits, and I realize, wait, I'm a little sleepy, I need a nap. I just feel like I need to go to sleep, but I still got stuff to do. I can drink a zest in the afternoon, and I'm still ready to lay it down when I need to. So those products are phenomenal. The last two that I'm going to mention to you, I'm going to show you this Enrich. I talked about the digestive enzymes. I'm going to show you what they do because the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. So we have a cup of a snack pack here. This is about the size. And Kayla, if you're still on here, what I brought down is the empty for her. So my container, wait, I'm in the wrong one. That's for her. Okay. I'm back on track. I still have the empty for her, but I have Enrich, and I'm going to take one capsule. Now, a serving of this is how many? Take 1 to 2 capsules with smaller meals and 3 with larger meals. So I'm just going to use one. In that one, you guys are going to watch me open this, and I want to show you what this does in your gut. Anybody love steak? You like a good steak, but steak is hard to digest. Beef products are a little tough on the digestive system. So you see this pudding, even with my camera, even with the background, it's not coming out. The cup is the pudding is cold. It's basically a solid. I'm going to show you this capsule of Enrich. I'm opening the capsule. These are vegetarian capsules. They are safe for consumption and they dissolve in your gut. So there's no pooping out capsules. There's no capsule going in and staying in. There's a capsule going in, breaking down with the acid in your stomach and being gone. So you see this. You can see the capsule is emptied in there. This is what happens within your gut with Enrich. So that stomach irritation that we get, you ever feel bloated after you eat, especially holiday meals? You eat that, you eat some good macaroni and cheese, or you eat whatever it is you're eating. I couldn't do gluten, guys. I had a gluten sensitivity. It was literally blood work showed it. I had an allergic reaction, so I couldn't do gluten. There were so many things I couldn't do. I couldn't do spicy food. And I like spicy food, but spicy food, oh my gosh, I would choke. It would make me sick. I couldn't digest it. So what is it, you guys? Tell me, somebody in the comments, tell me what, if anything, do you have trouble digesting? And while you're thinking about that, 85% of Americans have the same struggle. People can't digest food. So you see, I've been stirring this about 30 seconds, 45, and the food will be in your stomach longer than this, but I want you to see what happened in just those few seconds. So you imagine this is actually in your gut for 30 minutes before you eat. These enzymes are living. So when that food comes in, it's going to attack that food and help to break it down so that you can digest it and your body can pass it on. So guys, this isn't a sleight of hands. This is what digestive enzymes do in your body. And I guarantee you, nothing's going through you because you don't have a diverse digestive enzyme complex in your gut. So we have that. That need is met with Enrich. Activate, Transform, Enrich. They are our starter bundle. We recommend this is where you start because this meets your basic health needs. Nothing's extravagant about this, but your metabolic health, those 5 markers I named, that's your basic health. How many of us know somebody dealing with high blood pressure? Somebody dealing with high blood sugar? Somebody dealing with a little bit of a wider waistline than they should? Somebody dealing with high cholesterol or their triglycerides are out of whack. Guys, this is the basics. How many know people that don't have a lot of self-control. They're eating the sugar because it's in everything. They need help converting that sugar into fiber so that it doesn't cause those spikes in their blood sugar. And while they're doing all that and trying to develop discipline, they need something that's burning fat, something that quiets the hunger noise so they're not eating all the time. They need that. And something that's building that muscle, muscle burns fat. So if you know somebody that can use this, write their names down because that's who you should be talking to. Somebody that's getting older and their hair's thinning and they're so self-conscious about it. Somebody that's aching and squeaking when they move, their joints hurt, they're in pain all the time, and they're taking Tylenol and ibuprofen like it's candy because they need it to function. Guys, their collagen in their body, it's so depleted. They need help with that. And the last thing I'll talk about, guys, is for her. This is a new product that we launched earlier this year. Literally, the moment they launched this, I was having a hot flash. I had just pulled my battery powered fan out of my bag and it was blowing. I was at a convention, it was blowing, and I'm sitting there. Oh my gosh, in the middle of a hot flash, they announced this. We sit through a menopause, a section of training with a menopause specialist. And she told us there are 103 verified symptoms of menopause. We only know the couple our mother told us. We know hot flashes, night sweats, moodiness. We know 3 of 103. We're 100 short. So Sherry will make sure if you see this and you want to know those 103 menopause symptoms, I'll make sure Sherry's equipped to give you that information. Because, guys, we're suffering. And as women, the health industry has not paid a lot of attention to our issues. And they write them off as just women. We're hyper emotional. There might be a reason. She's a little crazy. There might be a reason. It's not all you, is what I'm trying to say. It's not all you. Guys, this comes to help. And true story, it helps every woman I know that's taken it. It has helped. Some of us, it took longer depending on what stage we are. Perimenopause, menopause. Menopause never ends. Once you get there, that is the rest of your life. So do you need help managing that? Do you need help helping keep those symptoms to where they don't take over your life and you don't ruin relationships and all this other stuff? Do you need help? I read historically there was a time period where husbands could commit their wives for mental health reasons during pregnancy or menopause because I don't know what's wrong with her. She's flipping out for no reason. You can start as early as 25. Some have been experiencing this instability in their hormones since 25 years old. Guys, there's help. This helps. I take 2 in the morning. I take 2 before I go to bed because 2 a day wasn't enough for me. I take 2 in the morning, 2 before I go to bed. This is how I start my day. This is how I end it because it is proven effective for me. So I don't have anything else. I could talk forever about these products. There is also an amazing business opportunity that goes with all this. This is a gold mine. A gold mine. And I'll tell you, anybody that watches this, my husband and I have been in this industry for 30 years. And literally, we have never had an opportunity like this where we didn't make money, but we've also never had an opportunity like this. So the money that stands to be made, that this company stands to pay you, you are basically a walking billboard. Why? How can you do that? Because the products are so impactful. They work. They just work. And because they work, we're going to tell people, just like you tell people about Amazon, just like you tell people when there's a sale, just like you tell people when you have a good meal at a good restaurant. Word of mouth, we tell people. And when people purchase as a customer any of these products, there is I want to say basically like a $7 to $10 commission that you'll make as an associate. Now, I have an Amazon Prime membership. Amazon does not pay me for referring people to them. They take that Prime account amount out of my account every year. They don't even ask permission. They just take it. And I've had Amazon Prime since 2009. I don't question it. I have a Sam's Club membership. They take it out every year. I don't worry about it. So a membership with Tranont means that you get the products at a discounted rate. I don't pay what customers pay. Why is that important to me? Because these products are amazing and I use pretty much all of them. What I don't use, my husband uses. What we don't use, our kids use. Like everybody uses this stuff. Everybody needs it. But you make $10 off of a sale of Activate. $7 to $10 off of every product, depending on the price. If it's lower than, I want to say $49, is it 39, Collie? Okay,
40.
it's
If
49.
it's
Okay.
lower than 40,
Okay, lower than $40, you'll make
$7.
$7. If it's higher than $40, you will make $10 off the sale of that product, the moving of that product. They pay well. They also pay you for building a team. And that's where you get into legacy wealth. So, guys, we're here for all of it. If you have any questions, please get back to Sherry. She's going to share this with you, or get back to the person that shared this video with you. And at this point, Sherry, it's back to you. And while Sherry's coming off of mute, as she figures that out, I am going to stop the recording. I will say again, get back to the person that invited you. And if Sherry is that person, get back to her and ask her, how can I get this? I need energy.
Mm,
I need gut health. I need help with my digestive system.
yeah.
My numbers, my blood work is not good. So not only did I lose 30 pounds, my husband also lost over 20 pounds. I've lost inches. My sisters have lost. My mother's blood work looks amazing.
Hmm.
Everybody, our
Thank you.
daughter has lost. Everybody we know that's using this has a win. And guys, I'll end on this note. I went shopping for my birthday the other day. I hate trying on clothes. It's not my favorite thing to do. I tried on clothes and I had to keep trying them on until my husband had to bring me a size 12. I have
Hmm.
not been in a 12, anywhere near a 12, since I had my oldest son, and he was born in 1996.
Nice.
So I'm celebrating that.
Mhm.
Not that losing weight, not that the scale is everything, but because it tells a story. And we love for your story to be added. So we thank you for being with us today and share this information. But more importantly, make a decision to move your health in the right direction.